let's talk a little bit about this offer that you've gotten, and let's break it down, because it's not just about your base salary. There's a lot of other things that go into an offer that you need to be aware of, or that you need to ask about if it's not made clear to you. More than likely, when you get an offer, you will receive a letter. You might receive it via email, or you might receive it via snail mail. But don't accept a verbal offer without knowing that you're getting something in writing. Okay? All right, so your salary, obviously, this is your base pay. So that's where, again, you need to keep in mind what that figure was that you kind of engraved in your mind. What's the culture like? I know for me, working at TCU, and my colleague Jessica can probably relate to this as well, there are some concessions that I made coming to TCU because I was at a point in my life where culture was very important to me, and the 9-to-5 mentality in a lot of corporate organizations did not fit with my lifestyle. I really appreciate the culture here at TCU and how accommodating it is for myself and my family, and I attach dollars to that. So whereas if I were working in, the corporate world, I might be able to make a lot more money, but I would also have to give up a lot of things that really are important to me at this point in my life. So it's important that you understand the culture, and also think about, when you graduate, at some point you might want to start a family, you might want to relocate somewhere, you might want to go back to school and get a graduate degree. So is this environment that you're considering, is it appealing to you in that it offers you a really healthy work-life balance? And you get to define what healthy means for you. Because what healthy means for you might not be the same for your peers. Okay? Location is important. If you're looking at opportunities here in Dallas-Fort Worth, they're not going to pay as much as New York or Southern California. And you need to know that. It could be the same company, but if they're going to interview you for jobs here versus in their home office in New York, the salary is going to fit with the cost of living in this area. Okay? The nature of the work you're doing, that's important. If you have any kind of physical elements to your job, where it's going to be, you're going to have to be doing some heavy lifting or standing for long periods of time, that's important for you to know as well, because that's wear and tear. Professional development is very key. I think all of you, just by being here, you've committed to a lifelong process of learning, and I'm sure that some of you might want to continue that at some point in your life. Does your employer, or do the employers that you're looking at, do they value that, and do they encourage that and promote that with their employees? Other benefits, do they have a recreation center, do they have a gym, do they have, cafeteria? Think about all of the other things that would be very important for you. All of those things equate to dollars. Prestige of the company. Is this a company that's been around for a while and they're pretty solvent? Or is this a company that is just a startup and there's some risk involved in you being employed there? Career opportunities. Do they have a career plan, a career path for you? So if you're being brought in as an analyst, what's the next step? And how long will it take for you to get there? And by the way, how much will you get, what will your salary be at that next step? Yes?
Would it be, how would you figure out the salary of the next step? Just research, or could you find that out from your employer? Or?
You probably could do some research and maybe have a conversation with them just to find out, what would be the projected career plan or career path for someone in this position. And a lot of employers are very transparent with that because, again, they are looking to bring you on and they're really concerned with your professional development. So for them to not share that with you would really hurt them more so than help them. So you can definitely ask them. But again, it kind of goes back to what I said about timing. You ask that type of question after an offer. So all these things that we're talking about now, this is after you've gotten an offer. Okay? You certainly would want to ask them, do they have a recreational facility or gym memberships before they give you an offer? Okay? Okay, so again, you looked at your salary offer, your job offer. Okay? If there were some things on that previous slide, let me go back for a second. If there were some things that were not clearly outlined for you, like for example, if you had no idea what the benefits were and all they put in the offer letter was the base salary, then you have half the information. And you need to make a phone call and ask who would be the appropriate person to have that discussion with. More than likely it's going to be someone in HR, but you need to find out the company's benefits. And one thing I didn't put up here, but that falls under benefits, that's also vacation time, sick time. Also, I would ask, when can I use my vacation? Because some companies might not let you use your vacation until 6 months. You might be in a wedding like 2 months after you graduate. So how's that going to work? Are you going to just not show up? You're the maid of honor and you're just not going to be there. I'm sorry, you can Skype me in, okay? So you need to know about those things. Also, you need to know about sick time because that's not something that you can plan or prepare for. It just happens. And a lot of companies might have some rules regarding when you can use your sick time. And I would hate for you all to find yourself in a situation where you're not getting paid because you didn't fully understand the benefits. Another benefit that you need to be asking about, if it's not clearly outlined for you, is retirement. Does your employer have a retirement plan? Okay? I know you're all so far from retirement. Well, not really. I think a lot of you are probably striving to retire when you're 40. You probably will. But retirement is something that you really need to be thinking about. And it's something that if you have a great 401k plan, maybe you will take $45,000 because your employer is going to put in 10% of your salary every year. And you don't even have to match that. So would that be worth taking a little cut in your base pay? For me it would, but again, in the situation that you're in, retirement might not be your immediate goal. So you do, like I said at the beginning, it's all about your budget and what your financial and personal goals are. Okay, yes?
A little bit off topic, but how would you negotiate a start date at the same time later?
Absolutely. That's a very good question because you probably want to give yourself some time after you graduate just to kind of debrief and, change your mind from a student where you're studying and, cramming and whatnot, and just really enjoy some downtime. And I think that most employers understand and appreciate that. Now, some companies, maybe like for the two of the gentlemen here, they might have an actual training program where they bring people on and they start like maybe June 1 or something like that. But for most of you, you're going to find that that's up to you. You might decide, I want to start in July. I'm going to take May, half of May, and all of June to really just, maybe I'm going to travel, get that one last trip in off my parents. And then also just, really enjoy not having anything that you're committed to Monday through Friday for a while. Okay, and that's, again, when you start to negotiate, your time and when you start is negotiable.